Welcome to Judge Echo, where we uncover the most shocking legal battles currently sweeping the USA. Subscribe Judge Echo for daily courtroom updates.
From Colorado, but it doesn't wait much.
Go to Wayne. Really? What year?
I'm going into my 3L year.
Are you? Okay. You enjoying it?
I'm really enjoying it.
Is this your supervisor? Attorney?
I'm working with Tracy Johnson, our medical legal partner.
Okay, I like Tracy. This one, I don't know. Well, tell Tracy I said hello. All right.
Nice.
Nice. Hang on one moment, ma'am.
Sorry.
Your name? You ready? Okay, Cedric Simpson. Where? You're in law school?
Yeah.
Where?
Stanford right now.
Did you say Stanford?
I did.
Like California? What the hell are you doing here? I mean, I'm
Michigan's home.
Michigan's home. Where are you from? Oh, you're from the Grand Rapids area? What year are you?
I'm gonna be a 3M.
You're going into 3. All right. So I expect great things from you. That won't happen. It always happens from Wayne. They're not going to do anything. We'll never hear from them. All right. Well, it's a pleasure meeting you. I look forward to having you here.
You know, it's so exciting that all three of these students were all teachers. Went to law school.
They were all
All
teachers.
teachers. Yeah.
Really? What you teach?
I taught 5th grade.
Wow. That's. What about you?
8th grade English.
Wow.
Spencer taught at Pioneer.
Did he? Pioneer High? My alma mater? Taught what?
History.
Okay, I didn't take that. No, anyway. All right. Good meeting you guys. Take care. Conda Party versus Con. All right. All right. Your name?
Yeah, Connor.
All right. And where are we on this case?
Let me start. I did talk to RPI. I did contact them, and I talked to the director as well as the officer there. And what I understand is that the defendant was notified in October that she was terminated from RPI due to non-compliance. Okay, and she was advised at that point to find alternate housing. Well, and that RPI will not pay rent as for. So she was well aware of that. Discussion I had with Joy, the director, and like Sheldon, who's the conformist.
I see it. I see everything. All right. What's your position
So,
on this?
to help you out, I didn't know none of that. Just Mr. Sheldon, he's telling the story because I have the emails and everything. I had to call Mr. Sheldon because I didn't know why he was getting paid because he the one who called me and told me he wasn't getting paid. He called me. So when I called him, Joy did not answer. So I in returns called Lansing and they told me to speak with Mr. Shelton because they were having a problem with RPI management. I spoke with him. He said, oh, they're terminating you because of his abatement. He failed 3 times. If you fail 3 times, you get terminated. But now they're doing an emergency move for me. So now I have to find I've been putting in an application so that they can do my emergency move.
All right.
So
And how soon will they have that complete?
I don't know. I put them in since we went in and we talked with them. I put it in. I'm just waiting for whoever to say, get back. Then I'm moving.
All right. Yes.
that letter states that there is no action for emergency move because she's not.
Well, is that really going to be your issue?
No. My issue is basically possession at this point, so of the property. That's all it is.
Then why are you talking? I'm going to grant a judgment for what I'm going to do is I'm going to do no tribal issue. I'm going to grant a judgment for possession, but the writ date's going to be extended to June 30th, 2026. So you can let the people know doing the emergency move that I've given you extra time to that day.
Okay.
I'm also going to indicate that there's going to be no order of eviction without a hearing. So
Okay.
with that,
So if they don't have me out by then, just come back here.
if wish to evict you,
Mhm.
right? Then what I'm indicating So I'll have to come to the court again to get that eviction order because I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm relying on a bureaucracy to get you moved.
Okay, I'll send you the paperwork. I'll just email it to you so you'll have it. Okay,
Folks.
thank you.
Court calls the case, people. Wolverine Realty versus Tina Hansen. Miss Hansen's here? Anybody here for Wolverine Realty?
No, but I do believe that you have people on your mind.
Oh, it is. It wasn't standing up. Miss Hansen? She here?
I apologize, I don't.
This case is dismissed. Court calls case Mary Weenon versus Michael Vaughn. Oh, did I? Sorry.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Good morning, or good afternoon, Judge.
Just saying.
Hmm.
You just.
Okay. All right, folks, where are we on this case?
Mr. Vaughn paid $500 on 5/18. He now owes $403, $203 in court costs, $200 in remaining rent. He is scheduled to move out June 30th because his lease ends.
All right, so how much does he owe?
$403.
All right. Sir, what's your position on this?
Yeah, I was just wondering a little bit why it's more in the court costs than other cases. Just it seems to be the topic of the day and is always one step, but that's minor. I was just wondering, just some clarification on that exact cost would be nice.
Okay, you gonna get that paid?
I was hoping it could come out of the security deposit that is coming back because I'm short on funds with having to get.
Resolve that with us, but what I'm gonna do,
Yeah.
I'm gonna issue, there's no tribal issue after hearing. I'm gonna grant a judgment for possession as well as money judgment to the plaintiff for the $403.
Yeah,
With a writ to issue in 10 days. You gotta get it paid in 10 days, sir.
That'll be no
Thank
problem.
you.
I can do that in 10 days. Yep.
Thank you,
you.
Judge.
You're welcome. Tyler Kroll versus Ashley.
Well, we have that attorney together.
We have medical regarding that. I'll adjourn this up June 26, 2026 at 2 p.m. All right. Thank you. And then Elizabeth Somalia, I think, versus Sharon Owens. Pardon? You have both here?
Good afternoon, Judge.
Hello, your name?
Elizabeth Samalo.
Your name? All right. And last time we were here at the end of May, there was $19,869 owed. Is that what's still owed? Okay.
And including this month, because I haven't received any payment
Okay.
whatsoever.
How much are you claiming is owing now?
You asking me or her? Plus the month of June is 2,600. So the water bill hasn't been paid, is $105.21. I don't pay that.
Give me a total of what you're claiming is owed.
$22,209.75.
All right. Ma'am, what's your position on this?
Okay, when we were on the Zoom call initially, I had started to tell the background story of it. After she submitted the summons and complaint, I presented an answer. And in that answer, that should be in my file, I showed proof to a partial payment arrangement. I continually ask for confirmation that you won't proceed with eviction filings as long as I make these partial payments. I said, because I don't want to be in a position to where I have to, this chaotic move. And after I paid you funds, continually she would reply, yes. I confirm that I won't evict as long as you make the partial payments. So the reason this case is even being filed, I don't even know why I'm here.
But that was never worked into writing, was it?
Yes. I showed you the screenshots.
Right, but it wasn't, when I say writing, I mean, you didn't alter the initial contract, but you're saying there was something else that was agreed to.
Yes.
What's your position on that, ma'am? Was
My,
there another agreement?
no, we did not have any other agreement. She was supposed to do the payments, and even though the agreement has already ended on September, and she was asking me to renewal, and I say, I won't be able to renew the lease until you cut up the payments. And she didn't cut up the payments, and the arrangement that she was making, it ended back in May. She didn't pay in May anything in June. And the last payment that she did back in March, it was only $550. I put all of this deposit that she has been made bank. And unfortunately, the amount that it has grown up until
Email or text messages?
I sent her all of that. When I sent it to the court, I sent it all to her.
Okay, ma'am, have you seen it?
yeah, of course.
Doesn't this
She didn't show the
partial payment?
it is set it in the payments. Yes, she was supposed to do the partial payments. And if you see in my filing, in the filing,
Oh dear.
in the filing, I'll show you the ledger that she agrees to pay the partial payments. And I also show you in the case, the payments that she did. She didn't pay as she offered to do so. However, I was
That's fine. Listen,
still living.
I've got her story. I understand what your story may be. Have all of your witnesses' documents available. I will set this for non-jury trial for June 30th, 2026, 9 a.m. And I'll hear from both
But
sides.
Josh, it's taxes payment coming, and I pay $1,400 for the mortgage loan, and I pay $500 for taxes, and I'm paying monthly $2,000, and I don't receive this amount. I was trying to be helpful to her because I know all that she's going through.
Want me to do?
I need to get the property to make sure I can rent it again to make the.
Okay,
I think.
I have to follow the lawful procedure to do so.
Okay,
Claiming that there's this agreement, you're claiming that there
is no agreement.
There was, Your Honor, those.
Folks, I have just said non-jury trial, June 30th.
What